Welcome back to All Day Sports with all your hosts here. I'm Tim.
I'm Dallas.
I'm Carter Smith.
And I'm Nate.
We're gonna get into our first topic here. We got our surprising cuts / trades for the entire preseason. So we'll let Dallas start it out.
Okay, number one, I got Trey Sermon, second-year running back. Didn't have a spectacular year. Kind of got caught in a loop of running backs.
Mitchell,
Yeah, Elijah Mitchell, Raheem Mostert just got pushed off to the side when Mostert got hurt. He got a little bit of playing time, but didn't see the field a lot. Just got lost. And then getting cut, I thought they would give him another year with Mostert out.
Yeah, with like a prove-it year.
Yeah, it was like a...
Well, usually even like the later round running backs, they're not just cut in their second year.
He's a third-round pick.
Yeah, wasn't he a third-round pick last year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, he was drafted higher than Elijah Mitchell was, and Elijah Mitchell just won the job.
Yeah.
But
Which is crazy.
He's a stud, though. He's just got to keep his hamstring right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he got picked up yet, but I know he got because it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we all made our list, and then like 15 more cuts happened. But
a lot of stuff happened.
I got Laviska Shenault one. I mean, he had a great rookie year with Gardner Minshew, and then last year it was kind of the whole season was with Lawrence, and then the coaching situation. They moved on with him and sent him to the Panthers for what a 6th round pick.
Yeah.
I think
Deal.
I think the Panthers are going to love this pickup.
He's going to give Terrence Marshall a run for his money for that third receiver, I think.
Yeah, I don't think Terrence Marshall's that good though. So.
All right, so
Wasn't he a second-round pick?
who?
Terrence Marshall?
No, he was later than that. I think he was like 3rd or 4th.
I don't think so. So my number one pick, I got. Same with him. I got Cheval. I think he's a great weapon for the Panthers. I don't think he was used enough last year on the Jaguars because I think he had a great rookie year. And
With the whole Jags team last year,
they were
was
bad,
just
obviously.
Bad.
And obviously Lawrence struggled. He'll have a better year though, but that'd be number one pick. And now the Panthers. I think the Panthers could be a dark horse to make the playoffs.
Yeah, with Baker, McCaffrey. If McCaffrey stays healthy, I think he'll be fine.
They got DJ Moore, and they got a tough team. I think.
Yeah.
Not great, but
Young defense.
they're also in a tough division. They're not. I don't think they're not beating out the Saints and the Bucks.
No.
Even the Panthers. Oh, bro.
It's all right.
Panthers aren't beating the Panthers this year.
No, man. Yeah, I was thinking about the Falcons.
For my number one, I have C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I think they got him for a steal. I think he was just as good as Tyrann Mathieu. I think Tyrann Mathieu's really declined.
Yeah.
Not saying he's bad, but C.J. Gardner-Johnson will.
He's been that guy for him for the past few years. He's been the solid safety that's made plays, got picks, turned the ball. He's got turnovers.
Gave him up for like a bag of chips.
Yeah, they just like take him off our hands, which is crazy.
Maybe they just didn't want to pay him. Or
How old was he? He's about, what, 26?
Like 24, 25.
Wow.
He's probably up
Dude,
for
I think he was drafted in 2019, so
he's probably up for a contract. They just didn't want to pay him.
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
They usually with the contract guys, you want to get more than
What?
6th round pick for him.
Yeah.
Eagles raw.
Conditional 7th or whatever.
Yeah.
Eagles defense.
Great
is tough.
pickup for the Eagles. I think they're one of the most
Anthony
complete
Harris.
teams.
Yeah,
They don't have any
that,
holes,
That
really.
defense is super
Darius
complete
Slay
now.
locking down the corner room.
I mean, what holes do the Eagles really have at this point?
They
Big
picked up
Jordan.
James Bradbury.
Yeah.
Maybe linebackers, but that's about it.
And Nakobe Dean. He was supposed to be a top 15 pick.
I guess
He broke
you're
his
right.
ankle.
Like an inside linebacker, like
That's what-
field general is.
That's what Nakobe Dean is.
Well,
Pay
That's what he did.
attention.
Come on, know your guys.
okay. No, number two, I had Marlon Mack.
Was a surprise.
I think it's pretty surprising. I thought they were going to have him as the number one and work Damian Pierce in there. Maybe you just got a little bit too much money or something. Maybe save $1 million or two.
He's just a one-year wonder, though. I feel like.
Yeah, he's almost like James Robinson. After he had that good year, Jonathan Taylor kind of came in, stole the ball, kind of like how James Robinson's kind of getting treated with ETN this year. So I think he'll get another chance somewhere. Maybe he'll go to I don't know, maybe the Patriots, who are fight for a spot there or something. But yeah, that's what I got at number two.
I have C.J. Gardner-Johnson at 2. Me personally, I think Lavisha's going to have the bigger impact, but pretty much all the same reasons that Nate said. He was arguably a top 10 safety. I mean, he's a really good player. You bring in Tyrann Mathieu, he's good. He's a great player. I think he's a little overrated, but he's a great player. But
Used to be really good.
You're really going to pick 2 years of Tyrann Mathieu over the next 8 with C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Exactly. That age is a big factor.
They might be in a win now.
Win now, yep.
I think Jameis is still young enough though, and they've got guys. They got Olave, so I don't know.
And Mike
They'll be
T.
great. Saints should be good. Number 2, I got Jalen Reagor. Great pickup. Vikings might have the best receiving core in the league.
I don't think that's a bad take to say.
I mean, I think it's actually crazy he got drafted ahead of Justin Jefferson. I saw a video yesterday about, like, Mike Zimmer reacting to the Reagor getting drafted.
I
And
saw
Jefferson,
that
they were
like 30 minutes ago. Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, I was looking at Jefferson's scouting report. He was projected to be an average starter in 2 years. That's just crazy to think about. And Reagor was like,
It's supposed to be this like super.
yeah, I think of Reagor, obviously he drops passes all the times. Jalen Hurts was dropping dimes, but I think with so many weapons in the Vikings offense, I think Reagor can shine.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not shoved into that number 1 role. He
Well,
can be
even
that-
his rookie year with the Eagles, he was kind of like thrown into the fire,
Yes.
like all the drama with Wentz and
Yep.
Hurts going back and forth, and
Yeah.
they threw him into the fire, kind of just threw him some deep balls here and there. And then his second year, they brought in Devonta Smith and they kind of just threw him out.
Yep.
Like it's kind of a similar situation with Josh Rosen. Like he never really got a real chance. But
And I
I think Rager's a better player. Like
I think
overall,
confidence has a lot to do. A lot of people
but it'll really, like he said, like confidence will really hurt it.
undervalue. You know, they're humans too. People don't take into account an NFL player's confidence. They just think that they're 100% all the time.
Exactly.
who's an other receiver like Travis Fulgham? No, he's not even on the roster. Or
Yeah,
anything,
you got
so-
cut.
Yeah, he was.
I get it, though. The Eagles already have a lot of great receivers, so
They
Yeah.
picked up 2 great guys. I mean, where they had
They
Devonta,
had
they
them,
picked up
yeah.
AJ,
They
Plus
had one
Watkins
of the
is
best
good.
off
Zach,
seasons.
Zach Pascal. You know, he's,
Yeah,
he's a
Dallas
stud.
Goedert's a
So,
it was probably a good trade for them. They don't really need him, but at the same time, I think he can shine in the Vikings offense.
Yeah.
I think it's a win-win for both sides.
Yes.
They move on from, from their first round pick from 2 years ago, but you know he gets in a good situation where he's going to be able to shine. So I think overall it's going to be a good
It's
trade.
a great trade.
So for my number 2, I'd Philip Lindsay. I was just so surprised that he got cut. I figured he was just going to back up Jonathan Taylor and
that's
Naheem
crazy.
Hines. You got to think he's never fumbled. That's crazy to me.
Seriously? He's never
He's
fumbled
never
once?
fumbled.
Yeah, in Madden he always has a 99 carry
Seriously?
rating. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's nuts that you get guys like that they don't fumble, but then they fade out. Like he had an amazing.
He was good in Denver.
Yeah,
he was a stud.
He had amazing. He was undrafted rookie
back
year,
1,000
and then he
yard
just
seasons.
fell off. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Now 1,000 yards isn't what it used to be, but it's still impressive.
It is
Yeah,
very
all
similar.
Nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay, so number 3, I had Troy Hill. I think it was a great trade for the Rams.
They picked him back up.
Yeah, he was on the Browns last year. He had a down year, but he had a really good year with the Rams the year before.
He's really good in that system.
Yeah. So after David Long kind of having a shaky season, I think he can come and be a good number 2.
Besides
Work that-
Ramsey,
Yeah, work that slot. Obviously, Ramsey had a good year. I think it'll really help out the defense overall. I would say corner is that one position, maybe safety that they sometimes struggle with,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
outside of Ramsey.
outside of everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of.
Obviously, the front seven's elite. So
Yeah.
I think it was a very underrated pickup. I think it was only 5th round pick or something, 4th round pick.
Yeah.
I think it's a good pickup.
I set my 3 and 4, and then a bunch of stuff happened. Like the regular trade happened afterwards. I have OJ Howard at 3.
That one surprised me.
I was very surprised. I thought he was going to come and be in their starting tight end, but I'm going to switch it out for all the moves that the Raiders did. They cut Alex Leatherwood, their first round 17th overall
That's
pick,
just
left
crazy.
tackle from
He was
last
bad, though.
season.
He was bad.
It's crazy, but
bad.
the Bears picked them up, and I think the Bears, if they can
Yeah, it's
work
a great
with him,
pickup.
And
I think the
develop,
Bears could get a real tackle out of him. And then they traded, I think,
Damon
their-
Arnett.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
One of their corners. No, they
Or
cut-
no, it's Trayvon Mullen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
So, which I think is a good pickup for the Cardinals to get another solid corner opposite Byron Murphy. So, but yeah, it was so many. We set our number like our 1 through 4,
And
'cause
then,
we had
like,
4
a couple
guys.
hours later,
and
it
then
just,
like
like,
Rager
dropped the
got
ball.
traded, he got cut, somebody got signed. It was crazy.
Yeah, my number 3, I got Marlon Mack too. Not much to say there. I don't think he's that good. Damian Pierce is going to be the RB1.
You don't think he's good?
Marlon
No, I
Mack,
don't
he was
think he's that
very
good.
good before JT got there.
He was.
He's-
okay.
he's
He
at
was like
my
Phil
number 3.
Lindsay.
Yeah, he was underrated.
He's like Phil Lindsay. Like,
Yeah, he was a super
I don't-
underrated guy.
He's not
I
bad.
liked him. I
Honestly.
had a bunch of his like rookie cards and stuff,
He's
and
okay.
I liked him, but
But like I think, like Dallas said, he's going to the Patriots. I don't think he beat out Ramondre Stevenson. I'm sorry, I don't think he will.
Or
Not
obviously
even.
not Damian
he
Harris.
won't go to the Patriots.
Well,
Well,
They're
it's
a
not- it's
power
okay, it's not
run
a
Some
team.
team will pick him up, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't think he. I think it's gonna be hard for him to get minutes. I really don't know what team he'd go on, and I just think it's kind of sad how he's kind of fell off after that one season. But yeah, JT
Well, he
coming
got
did not
hurt.
help.
He got hurt, and then JT came in and went nuts. His rookie year.
I didn't
He had
know.
like 1,400 yards, and then came back this year and was even better. And that's just how it goes. Sometimes that's a league where that we watch. It's
Yeah, running backs is
crazy.
kind of a weird deal. It's just sometimes they give up on them or they're just done.
So I'm gonna my number 3 was Marlon Mack. I'm gonna jump to my number 4. I got Joe Schobert. I think he was a stud linebacker and he got cut. I was really surprised
he's
by that.
moved around a little bit.
Yeah, he was on the Jaguars, the Browns.
Yeah, he got moved around a lot because he was a Pro Bowl, All Pro linebacker for the Browns. He signed a big contract with the Jags. Got traded to Pittsburgh last year. Was a starter.
Was Pittsburgh? Yeah.
Was a starter last year, and then he got cut again.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so at number 4, I had Laviska Shenault. I already touched on him. I'm hoping he'll have a good year with the Panthers. I love watching that Laviska Shenault and DJ Chark play with Gardner Minshew. That was like a semi-bright spot for the Jags, even though
They were pretty good.
They're a fun team to watch at least.
It's crazy that like you see that just these lower end, like kind of like a Washington's back up. I'm forgetting his name.
Heineke.
Like they're solid quarterbacks, but they're not getting paid the money, so they're not even really given shots.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But at 4, I had Brett Kern because 13-year starter for a team.
Punter.
He's a punter. He's a punter, but he was arguably a top 5 punter in the league.
Titans fans.
Well,
The bias is real.
no, but you don't see a team cut a 13-year starter that's still playing very well. But Stonehouse came in and he had a 65-yard punt in the 3rd preseason game and pinned him inside the 1, which was a crazy punt. But I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to switch it with Jalen Reagor for the same reasons we talked about. It's crazy. All these trades happened yesterday. It was a busy day for the NFL yesterday, so we were trying to figure everything out. But
I was gonna say, even
nuts.
2 hours ago, Russell Wilson's big.
Yeah, Russell
extension.
Wilson just signed a $250 million extension, not guaranteed completely, but
crazy.
165 guaranteed, nuts.
Lamar's still waiting.
Yeah,
Lamar might be the most paid quarterback
I
ever.
heard he's liking some tweets online about going to the Dolphins.
Ooh, that would be a fun
That'd
team
be
to
a
watch.
very fast team.
That'd
to
be
watch.
awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know.
You got Carter.
What do I got?
What do you
I
got?
got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
4.
Not much to say about him. That Eagles team, I think, is really solid. I think they're going to win 12 games.
Yeah.
They're going to beat you.
They're gonna win the division.
NFC least.
Yeah, I saw somebody say it was a hot take that the Eagles are going to win the division.
It's
I
not
don't
a
think
hot
it is.
take.
Yeah, I have them.
Only good players
I have
on your
them
team
winning
is
12
Micah
games
Parsons.
also. But they still don't win the division.
How many games do you have you winning then?
We'll get
We'll
there.
get there.
We'll get there.
Oh.
We'll get there.
Yeah, that's just all I got to say about that.
So I had one over my 4. I'm just gonna get right into our.
Let's just do your 8.
Yep, our NFL division predictions for this upcoming year. I'm going to start with the NFC. And my NFC West, as a Cardinals fan, I have the Rams finishing number 1 at 13-4.
That's great.
The Niners at 2. And Cardinals at 3. And then the Seahawks at 4, obviously. I think they're
Yeah.
going to be the worst team in the
I
league.
had the exact same thing. I have the Rams and Niners finishing with the same record. Basically, I think it's going to come down to head to head.
What record?
14-3. We went through a
49ers,
game
14,
picker like pretty quickly, and we just picked through a bunch of games. And it kind of turned out kind of whack because I have like the Giants going 0-17, which I don't think is going to happen. And like the Falcons going 1-16, which I also don't
I was
think
going
is
to say,
gonna
well, I
happen.
still have the Cardinals going 11-6. But
I have the Cardinals going 10-7 and being third in the division. That shows how good that division
I think
is.
we
too.
could sneak into the wild card game, but we'll
Yeah,
probably get spanked by the Rams again.
Again.
So for my NFC West, I actually have the Niners at 1. I have them going 14-3. I'm really high on them.
Brilliant.
I have the Rams down at 9-8. I think
Really?
I think Stafford's injury. I think it's being really downplayed. Like injuries like that, they can just linger all season and they will.
That
struggle.
team's too talented to go 9-8.
That no, because you have literally every offseason there's some quarterback they always there's stuff going on with Brady right now that they have rumored injuries, and then you've been just like when we did our top 10s. You said that Matthew Stafford's not top 10 because of his injury. Like
If Stafford,
yes,
even
he
Stafford has a
is.
down year, he's not. They're going to be great still.
Okay.
He can
Even-
still play
He
elite
is such a
offense
great
team.
supporting
If he's
cast.
average,
Yeah, that's the
they're
thing.
still going to win 10 games.
At least.
That's what I had him at with my game prediction. I also think Von Miller's a very slept on loss. I think he generated a lot of pressure opposite of Aaron Donald. So
A bum could generate
Yeah.
I could generate pressure opposite Aaron
Oh,
Donald.
all right.
sure.
I don't know about that. Harold Landon.
Better than your whole team.
No.
But yeah, I already said my NFC West. So
Mine's like his. I got Rams 13-4. They're too talented to not like. I don't think. I could see them winning like 12 games.
I mean, when you have the best corner, the best pass rusher on one team, it's nuts.
49ers and Cards, I haven't finished with the same record. I think Kyler could have a really good year.
Depends
that
on
Cardinals
Trey.
team is good. And honestly, I don't think Trey Lance is going to play as good as people say. We'll see.
I don't either.
And the Seahawks 5-12, they're bad, but they actually have some good players, but only a couple. But they're gonna be bad.
All right, so moving on to the NFC North, I got the Vikings finally winning it at 11-6, but I have the Packers with the same record. I think that the Vikings will end up beating them twice.
Really?
Yep, I don't think the Packers are gonna struggle not having a true number one receiver.
The best wide
I don't
receiver in
think they
football.
will.
I don't think they will either.
I think they will. It's the best
They're
wide
gonna.
receiver.
No,
Rodgers.
I'm not saying they're gonna suck. I'm just
They're
saying
not
that they're
gonna
gonna
suck.
struggle.
I think they'll struggle for maybe. So I have
first
so
couple games.
I have the Packers splitting with the Vikings because I think week one the Packers the first 3 weeks the Packers are going to struggle to find that guy, but as soon as they do, they'll be fine. So I have the Vikings beating them first and winning the division at 13-4. I have the Packers. So basically, it's going to come down to the Vikings play the Bears the last week of the season, and I think they're going to win that game, and it's going to give them the edge over the Packers to win the division. But that's just how and then I have the Lions and Bears with the same record at 4-13.
They're gonna be bad.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think-
know the Lions. I think the Lions are a little more important.
I'm very big on the Lions, but I was just
Yeah.
going through their schedule. There's just a bunch of games that I think they can be close in, but I just don't see them.
I got them at 8 and 9. I think they're gonna
they're
be in that upper
mid-
mid
upper mid.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions came out and were a playoff team. I really wouldn't.
I really,
Jared Goff is better than Ryan.
I really
Sanders.
like the way the Lions
L-take.
look. I have the Lions at 10-7, but they're still
10 and
third.
That's not bad. I don't think that's
They're
a
still
bad take.
third in mine, and they just barely missed the playoffs for me. But I had the Packers at 14-3. I think they're always a regular season team. They always find a way to push through. They obviously
Yeah,
Rodgers is that good. Though.
they have
He
a,
is that guy.
He's that good, but without the receivers, I don't think he's. I
They
don't
don't
think
have bad
he's-
receivers though.
No, they have solid receivers, but he's not going to get them 14 games this season.
I mean,
He could. That defense is still pretty good when
Didn't he
healthy.
last
they
year?
lost.
that
With
home,
Devontae Adams, and then
Packers always have a
they
good
cut
defense,
like
yeah.
half their defense.
and that,
They still have a good
They
defense.
lost to Darius Smith.
They'll still have like at least a top 20 defense, like top 15.
No,
What do
for
you
sure.
have the Vikings going?
I have the Vikings at 11-6, making. I think they're the 7th seed for me. But,
Really?
The 7 seed.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
11-6. So,
But the Cowboys are going to beat you guys and go 14
I
to
tried
5.
to hear that.
but the Packers, like they obviously have a very good home field. Home field advantage matters for them, in my opinion. So
And later in the season, yeah, I think
Yeah.
early in the season, every team has home field advantage, but it's like when you play, it gets cold and you go to Lambeau, it's
yeah,
tough.
it's tough.
All right, I got NFC North. Vikings going 12-5. This is our year, man. Making the playoffs. We probably get a choke because we have a
Yeah,
Southern
he's-
Miss quarterback. But
Yeah.
I got the Packers finishing 10-7. I don't think they're gonna be that great.
Every time the Vikings have a Southern Miss quarterback, they lose in the NFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or we'll miss a field goal in the playoffs. 27 yards of Blair Walsh. So good.
Pain.
Then I got the Lions going 6-11. I think that they are going to be better than last year. And they got some really good young pieces, but I still don't think they're going to be that good. And the
They're
Bears,
gonna have a lot of close.
they have a
games.
tough schedule. So
the
I
Bears
just
Bears are going to be 3-14.
Yeah,
But
I
Justin
have
Fields, I
them
think
at
Justin
3-14.
Fields gonna have a really nice season. Even though he might get in. I think he might get injured though.
I think when Jameson Williams comes back, like week 4, I think that offense is going to hit the ground running. I think it's going to be an electric offense.
Yeah.
Swift out
So
of the backfield, and then Amon-Ra.
That's what I
And
got.
Hawkinson. Like Hawkinson is almost underrated at this point.
yeah, he's a very solid tight end, and
Yeah.
people tend to rank him outside of the top 10 sometimes, which is
That's
nuts.
I think he gets
to me.
overrated sometimes too. I think.
So
Yeah, it just depends on. the
so
situation.
moving on
Depends on the person.
to the NFC least. At number 1, I got Philly finishing 11-6. I got Dallas at 10-7. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a Lamar Jackson type year. That jump, not quite, I don't think he'll be a unanimous MVP, but I think he'll step into
Yeah.
that upper tier of that 9
I
to
don't-
12 range
That-
of a
yeah, put him at
quarterback.
9 in my
Yeah.
I
list, so
don't
it's
think
like-
I don't get where all this hype with Jalen Hurts is. He's going to be an
He's
MVP
good.
He's
guy.
got a good team around him.
I'm not.
I know, but-
I have him at 13-4, but I don't think he's going to be this MVP type quarterback.
I think Lamar's was a much better passer.
I think
that
he'll.
year.
I think he'll assert himself as top 12.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
already
9
top
to 12.
15.
But yeah, I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be the reason that
Well,
that
he's better
team is
than Tannehill,
amazing.
Okay,
that's so much skill.
I have the Giants and Redskins.
So much skill to be better than Tannehill.
I have the Giants and Washington tying for last place. I'm gonna start
At
there.
what?
At what?
3-14.
I got
You
the
have
Giants.
Washington
At,
The
going
Commanders
3 and
aren't-
14.
Yeah,
They're not gonna be that bad.
I had them at 8.
They're gonna
9.
beat. They're gonna beat you twice.
I don't know.
No,
We'll
they're
find
not.
out.
No, they're not.
Okay, so
Carson Wentz is a very great quarterback. They picked up Jahan Dotson. They've already got Terry McLaurin. They've got a solid offensive line. If their defense plays like they did in 2019, they can win that division.
okay, that's
3 and 14.
That's
though?
just
No.
the way my game predictor went out. There's
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
Well, your
things that
game
were-
predictor is
Was
wrong.
wrong.
Okay.
Oh my God, Cowboys gonna win every
Okay.
game this season.
Again, a Cowboys fan here. I think they will go
Is it-
14-3.
Is-
Good lord.
Are you actually
14 and
serious?
3.
That's what I had the
Good
Who are your
lord.
3 losses to?
Packers.
You're losing to us. You
I
ain't
believe
beating us.
I picked the Packers in Lambeau, Titans in Tennessee. Wasn't
Just add 2 losses because you're losing the Eagles both times. You're gonna split with
the
Washington.
Eagles. I picked the Eagles once.
Yeah, and you'll
14
you'll
to
split
3
with
is
Washington.
crazy.
Why are you so biased?
You play our whole division. I bet you lose to the Colts.
I don't know.
So you
No.
got you have the Cowboys finishing with
Yikes.
the same record as the Rams.
Yes,
Who's your number 1 seed?
Cowboys.
Oh my
Try to
God.
I have the Eagles at 13 and
Yeah, I want
4
you to
also.
Give us a reason why the Cowboys are going to be good. They cut half their receiving core. They're your only good receiver is CeeDee Lamb. Ezekiel Elliott. Oh my God, he's so good.
He looks more like a lineman than a running back.
Your offensive
He's
line
fast.
is always hurt. You're
Okay.
outside of Michael Parsons. Your
Not
defense
good.
is trash.
Okay, it's
Oh
all
my God,
biased.
Trayvon
Who else do you
Diggs.
got on defense beside those 2 guys?
Trayvon Diggs, J-Ron.
I said
Mid-
besides
J-
Trayvon Diggs and
J-Ron
Micah
Curse.
Jaron
Curse
Curse
is
is only good
good.
in Madden.
What do you mean?
No,
He had
he's
100
not.
tackles last year.
That's not impressive.
What are you talking
For a
about?
safety?
Yeah, for a safety.
Oh my God, he's tackling. He got 100 tackles, 25 yards downfield. So impressive.
If Leighton Vander Esch cannot,
He's-
he always hurt? Like,
He's like below
Yeah, he's going to
mid.
be hurt this year too. You don't have a linebacker. But outside of Micah, you're going to have Micah out there playing corner.
Anthony
And,
Brown.
and a 30.
And your
Marcus
backup-
Lawrence isn't bad either.
He's a fossil.
Your
You're literally
your
in the
second
past,
corner
bro.
is the
He's like-
worst starting corner in the league.
He's like 80 years old. Who, Anthony Brown?
Anthony Brown is
No, he's
awful.
not.
He's,
He's
awful.
He's better than Eli Apple.
No,
No, he's
Eli
not.
Apple's a good corner. He just gets flamed because he talks so much crap.
What are you talking about? He's not a good corner.
Yes, he is.
Okay, can
Okay.
I ask you this? How many picks do you think Trayvon Diggs is going to get this year?
2, maybe 2.
Last year, he was lucky he played Mike Glennon twice a year. It's so hard to get 11 picks.
No.
Is that what he had?
Cowboys are so overrated. I have them
All
going
right.
10 and 7.
That's,
That's
yeah.
generous.
Okay, maybe not 14 and 3, but I see at least 12 wins.
Good lord.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah. Okay, I can see the Bengals or Bucks going either way.
And
You
I
think you're
don't.
going to beat the Bucks?
And I have
Yes.
the Commanders going 8-9. I think they're going to be good, but I don't.
I think the Bengals and Bucks are the game that can go either way. Same
We'll
with
get to that in a
Bengals.
The
second.
Bengals and Bucks. I would bet on the Bengals and Bucks all day.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lose them, is what I'm saying.
I will be surprised if you win those games.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lost.
All right.
I'm the last one. So I got Eagles 12 and 5. They're very complete.
Yeah.
You're not better than them.
Okay.
Actually, I think I had Hurts at 9 and Dak at 8. I think they're pretty close. I think
Okay,
they'll be
Eagles
close.
fan.
Okay, Broncos fan. How good? Let's roar.
Let's ride.
Oh my gosh,
All right.
Philip Lindsay's top 5.
NFC South.
Okay. For NFC South, number 1, I got the Bucks. Old reliable Brady. He's about
course.
8,000 years old, but I got him at 11 and 6. I got the Panthers at 10 and 7 at 2. That's my hot take. Is that
I'm
they're good.
don't think it's crazy
I'm
hot,
super
though.
big on the Panthers and Saints, but in my predictor, they don't like between the two. Only one of the Panthers got 7 wins. The Saints only got 6.
Oh, I put the
7?
I don't want to hear it. You said that the Cowboys will get the number 1 seed, so hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish. And then I got
Don't you
the
guys play
Saints
the
at
Panthers? They're gonna beat you guys.
Yeah,
I got the Saints at 9 and 8. I think that's
Baker
that's
their
kinda
Mayfield
low.
is better than Dak Prescott.
No.
Okay.
Yes, he
Never
is.
say that ever again.
He is.
Get off the podcast, bro.
Yes, he is.
There's-
Dak
All
is
right.
so
The door is
mid.
right there.
Who do you got, Dallas?
Okay, NFC South. I have the Saints at the number 1 seed. I think their defense is going to be
It's
top.
elite, it is.
I think it's going to be
They're
top
a good
3.
team, but they're not.
I think
They're
it's
not
gonna-
taking Brady.
Jameis
out.
I think that-
Winston's
I think Jameis
sus
Winston.
workouts.
Jameis Winston's going to have a comeback year. Their receiving core is looking actually really good.
Except for
Yeah.
Michael Thomas getting hurt again.
Well, Michael Thomas, hopefully he'll be back and
Yeah.
he
Probably
won't
not.
hold out. Olave looks really solid.
As long as he run a slant.
Yeah, and then their defense is...
I think Baker Mayfield
looks
could win
really
comeback player of the year.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, Baker's he was very good in 2020, and then he last
Very
year
good.
Yes.
Very good?
He was good,
I don't know. What do you mean by very good?
above average.
I mean, good
Okay,
enough.
yeah.
Good enough to
Is
get
that
it.
very good?
I
guess-
think so.
I'm just saying. I don't know
He
what your
took
definition
a
of very
Browns
good is.
team that hasn't had a winning record in 40 years to the playoffs. So
It's good enough to hand it to Nick Chubb.
All right. Who do you got?
I got
just like Dak. No.
Yeah, I wasn't finished.
I got Bucks.
I got the Bucks tying with the Saints also at 10-7. I don't know. Saints always have the Bucks number though.
We had the Panthers.
They
at-
do tend to beat the Saints, the Bucks in the regular
No
season.
matter how good the
Yeah.
Saints are.
Then I had the Panthers at 6-11. I think Baker will have a good comeback year, but I don't think it'll be anything special.
With that team, I think he will. I have the Bucks going 15-2, which is
Good
I don't
Lord.
think they're gonna go 15-2, but that just is what I picked.
Really? You
Oh
can't
my
say-
god, the Cowboys are gonna go 15-2.
Okay, now we're just gonna bring this up.
Yeah,
You said they're
we
gonna
are.
go 14-3.
Okay.
I would wait. I could see the Bucks going 15-2 a million times before I could see the Cowboys going 14-3.
Who?
Come on.
I'll see you in February.
Where do you got the Saints?
I have the Saints so I have the Saints at 6-11 and the Panthers at 7-10. I think the Saints are going to be that's
I
where
think they're gonna
this
struggle.
that's where this record prediction, like when we did it online, it surprised me because I think the Saints could be a borderline playoff team. I think the Panthers can be a borderline playoff team. I just think it'll depend on how healthy the receiving core stays, how Jameis plays coming off this injury, if Baker can be legit. And with that, I have the Bucks taking the number 1 seed. If they actually play that well, then I would. But looking at the Bucks' schedule, they do have a fairly easy schedule. I mean, playing the Saints, the Panthers, and the Falcons.
They play the Falcons twice, so that's pretty.
Yeah, usually looking at that, you would say, "Wow, that's 3 bad teams," but we don't know about
That's
the
2
Saints.
guaranteed
and the
losses
Panthers.
to the Saints.
All right, Carter, who you got?
I think they could go 6-0 in that division.
I have the Bucks at 13-4. I think they're going to be great. They're always great. They got a great defense, great offense. They got
The GOAT.
everything. Then number 2, I got the Saints going 10-7. I think they're like pushing the playoff thing, but they're just not great. I guess is what
They
I'm
need
saying.
like another offensive player, like
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like really,
I-
really above average.
Yeah,
yeah, like a good a top 10 tight end or a
Yeah.
really good second receiver or something like that.
We'll see
The
about
Panthers or
Chris
the
Olave.
Saints?
Saints.
Saints.
I don't know. I think Chris Olave will be a real deal. They have Alvin Kamara. Like I think Adam Troutman's still there.
Taysom
He's
Hill.
not good,
Taysom.
but he's not bad.
Swiss Army knife.
Taysom, but like when you're a good team, Taysom Hill helps. Like
Yeah.
he does a lot of stuff. So I really think it. But Sean Payton's gone too.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
that's
big
big.
thing.
So we'll see.
I'm gonna go Panthers 8-9. One team's gotta be bad in that division. They're not bad, but
the Falcons.
Yeah.
well, the Falcons are gonna be horrible.
Well, a second team has to be good.
Yeah.
I just think the Panthers need more on defense. in my
I
opinion.
agree with your how's yours turned out more than mine. Like I think they're all going to be like at 500 or above 500
close
teams.
around there.
I don't see the Panthers and Saints. Like I could see the Panthers going 7-10. I could see, but I don't see the Saints going 6-11. I just think they at least win 9 games, I think they at least win like 8 games. But you know, losing one of the best coach in franchise history, it's like
Hurts.
that hurts.
So.
Yeah.
Falcons are 3-14 for me. That's,
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say about
that's-
that.
I have
They're
them
bad.
at 1-16.
I got them
but
at 1-16.
I think
1-16.
I think they can win like 5.
They got
games.
some good weapons though. Like
I
they
think-
could win a couple of games.
I think
Drake London could
And
come
Kyle
out
Pitts.
and win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but we'll see.
Kyle Pitts
Kyle
and
Pitts
Drake
is
London.
great.
I think I had them beating the Bears at home or something. like that.
Moving on, I got my number 1 seed is the Rams,
Yep.
obviously. So who do you guys?
Rams.
Bucks.
Cowboys.
Ah, okay.
All right, on
Moving on,
AFC
moving
West.
on.
Moving on to the AFC
Moving
West. This is the
AFC
Now let's finish with the AFC West because that's the best division
Yeah.
in football. We'll start with the AFC
Okay.
South.
Start with the AFC South. I got the Colts and the Titans finishing with the same record of 10-7, but
That's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the Titans win the division.
Yes.
They've always had the Colts as number to me.
Yeah.
As much as the
always-
Colts are good,
Yeah, you always clutch out though. Like
the
last
past
year.
few years since Andrew Luck left, we have clutched it out. It's weird. They always beat us when we're at home, and we always beat them
Yeah.
when they're at home.
They should have won that
but,
game last
but,
year.
but they had our number for years. We didn't beat them for like 6 years straight.
and then
Well,
for my
that's
number
probably 'cause
3
of Peyton
spot,
Manning.
I got the Jags at 8-9. I don't think that they're quite there. I think this is going to be another learning year, and then one more, and I think they'll be in that 10-7 to 11-6 range.
That's an interesting take.
Okay, so me, man, I'm having a repeat of what was it NFC South like 4 years ago when
Don't you say it.
Colts are at 9-8 for me, and they're winning the division for me.
I thought you were gonna say that the Jags are gonna win, go like
No.
13-4 and win it.
I have the Colts at 9-8. I don't know what to say.
9-8?
I think they're gonna rely.
I'm
on
sorry. I'm
Jonathan
looking at his
Taylor.
list right now, and I'm just awful list.
It is the worst division of football. It might be.
I think they're gonna.
It is the worst division in football.
Even if it is the worst division in football,
It is.
it's not turning out like you have it.
It
No
might.
way.
It might.
I have the.
You have the Colts winning the division at 9-8, us going 7-10.
Okay.
Cowboys are going to win. If the Cowboys win 14 games, we're going 17-0.
Okay, if Derrick Henry gets hurt, you're worse than the Texans.
No, we're not.
How about this, Tim?
Davis
If that record is true, you have to get a buzz cut.
On God,
Yeah,
I'll
grow out
get a
your
buzz
beard. Grow out your beard.
Seven,
I-
7-10.
Grow out your beard.
No.
Yes.
Seven and 10. You get a
It's
buzz
ugly. It's ugly, bro. I'm not
Okay.
doing that.
Okay,
But
and
All right.
then I have the Texans at 2-15. And then
That's-
Jags
2-15.
Then the
I-
Jags at 1-16.
1-16?
That might be wrong. That
Might.
I noticed that late. But
that,
All right.
that is nuts.
Well, just move on.
So our division, we play the NFC least. Yes, we play the AFC West too, so that's going to be tough. I have the
Our
Jags and
division's
Texans. No, it's not.
Davis Mills is
No,
better
it's
than Ryan
not.
Tannehill. I tell you that.
bro, Daniel Jones over Ryan Tannehill all day.
Ryan
So
Tannehill's the
the
worst
top
quarterback
two
in
running backs in the
division.
league are in our division. So that's
You
one thing.
also have the worst quarterback in your division in your team. So.
Yeah, I know, but still. But I have the Colts going 11-6. So they have an easier schedule, and I have us not making the playoffs at 10-7, but 10-7. Like we both have very good head coaches. We're not gonna have horrible records. It just doesn't happen. Like last look what happened. Oh yeah. Oh, Derrick Henry got hurt. Half our roster got hurt last year, and we still ended up with a 1 seed. So it's not. We're not going 7-10. It's
Good
not
job.
happening.
Pat yourself on the back.
Who you got, Carter?
What did you guys do last year? Oh wait,
Made the playoffs.
nothing.
Well, you guys both lost in the first playoff game. So.
Well, I had number 1 seed, so
Oh, cool.
hold it.
All right, who you
I
got,
I told
Carter?
you this doesn't.
Great,
That
you
doesn't
Before you were
matter.
born.
Great, you guys had an extra week of useless practice.
Who you got, Carter?
I got the same thing as him.
Beat the 6
Titans
seed.
and Colts 10-7. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But Titans are going to win. I think Titans will beat the Colts 2-0. I think they will.
But the
I don't
Texans
see
better
that
than the
happening.
Jags? I just don't
I
see
think
it.
so. I think Davis Mills. I think he could be
I-
like a top
The Texans
17
have the
quarterback.
Jags number
Yes,
in that
that's what I
division.
said.
They do. Like if you look back at the last few years, like they'll both be like, going into like week 15, they'll both be like 7, or 2-10 or whatever, and then they play, and then the Texans just whoop the Jags. It always happens.
But yeah, I don't think any team's gonna be horrible in that division. Jaguars 5-12. They're getting there. They just need they need a couple more pieces. so they can
Nate,
actually,
but
They
like
need
Nate said,
another
I
learning
think
year.
I think the experience this year. I think T-Law is going to step it up this year. I think he's going to be a lot better.
Yes.
They have a good coach. They have a Super Bowl winning coach. So
I think the Texans. I think the Texans same thing. They just need another learning year. They have some really young pieces.
figure out if my thing is I like Davis Mills, but I think C.J. Stroud's going to be coming to town next year. I don't think.
Well, we'll
Davis
see how
is
bad
gonna-
they finish.
I don't think the Texans
I
are
think
going to
they
let
need the-
Davis Mills.
I think they need
do
the
it.
therapist back.
It just depends how good he does. What if he has a really good
Therapist.
year?
Okay.
Well, it's a Gardner Minshew situation.
Well,
Gardner Minshew was a solid. It's the same thing. They're both 3rd-round picks.
I mean-
It's a guy that
we'll see how Davis
everybody
Mills does this
in the
year.
league likes and thinks he's good enough to win games, but they're going to take the. But is Gardner Minshew or is Davis Mills? Is he putting fans in the seats at the stadium? No.
Is Ryan Tannehill putting fans in the seat?
No. That has literally nothing to do with it. But
Yeah, it kind of does.
C.J. Stroud is going to get people to come watch the games. That's just how it works.
Who
It's a
cares?
business.
But you need to be winning
Yeah.
games.
It doesn't. Well,
Yes, you do.
You're not going to win. Either way, it's a bad team. You're going to lose games. But if you have a top 3 rookie quarterback, you're going to put more fans in the seats than Davis Mills. That's just.
Well, what if he has a really good year?
Well, that's different. But I'm saying
Just see if he's
I
just
don't-
kind of mid this year.
even if he's decent and they go win 5 games, they're still going to draft a rookie quarterback.
All
They're
right.
still going to draft a QB.
Moving on.
Brevin Jordan is that guy.
The AFC East, number 1, I got pretty self-explanatory. I got the Bills at
There's
12.
no way they lose that division.
I got them at 12-5, and then I got the Pats at 10-7, and then the Dolphins at 8-9. I don't think they're going to be that good.
No.
I just don't.
No.
Yeah,
They have some good weapons, but
And then the Jets at 6-11. They'll struggle.
I got the Bills at 13-4. I think they'll have a really good year.
Yeah, I can see
I
them squeaking out.
One
another
thing
game.
I think they might struggle against really good teams on the road. That's like the only thing I can see.
The Bills will.
That's the
Why?
only thing I can see. Like,
The Bills will.
yeah, like
Why? They play in Buffalo.
Huh?
huh?
Why? Well, Well, it's not weather then. Why do you
Well,
think they'll struggle?
it's not necessarily that they're on the road. They're just going into some tough teams on the road. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, I think they played the
I don't think
Chargers.
it matters.
I think they played Chargers, Chiefs,
That'd be a great
and
game.
Ravens on the road.
No.
They're gonna lose one of those games.
Yeah, I have
Ravens,
the,
Chargers.
I have the
yeah.
Dolphins at 9-8. I think they'll have a good year. I
They'll
really,
probably lose one of them. But
I like Tua. I wish he was better.
I think it's interchangeable between 8-9 and 9-8.
yeah.
And then I have the Patriots at 6-11, but I had them in a lot of close games. Like they could be anywhere,
Like a Vikings last year almost.
Yeah, they could be anywhere from 5-12 to 11 and
Yeah, they
6.
could.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere from there.
I could see that. Who you got, Tim?
And then-
I've got the Bills going 15-2.
I don't think that's bad.
I'd like
No,
they're
they're
just so good. They
they're
had the
so
number one
loaded.
defense last year. Josh Allen's just that guy. They've got a great receiving core. Gabe Davis, if he plays like he did in the playoffs, that'll
4
be scary.
touchdowns. That's
They brought in
wild.
James Cook. If he can be what he's supposed to be,
Uh-huh.
it could be crazy. I had the Dolphins. I think Tua's going to do enough. I think they'll go 10-7.
Wow.
I think they could sneak into the postseason, but
if James Cook
at
could
the
be,
Jets,
if James Cook could be Dalvin Cook's pinky toe, even I think it makes him
Yeah.
like an elite.
James Cook,
Yeah.
legend.
I mean, if he's half as good as Dalvin, they'll be in a very, very good situation.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
the Jets going 6-11.
Yeah,
I think they
same.
picked up a lot of pieces.
Just
But
like the Jags, though, another learning
you know,
year.
like I said earlier, like we did this through a season picker, just like every game. And I don't think this is going to happen, but I have the Pats at 4-13.
Good lord.
I don't think they're going to be.
4-13?
I don't think Max is as good as everyone thinks.
Well, he's better than
And
Ryan
they
Tannehill,
lost a
so-
lot of people. No, he's not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he's
He
not.
is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He throws a better
What have
check
you
down than
done?
him. Like,
He was a
what
better
else
check
does
down.
he do?
He posted.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
at least
both.
Tannehill can push the ball downfield.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he have like 100 yards against the Patriots last year?
No,
He had like 100 yards. Look it up.
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He had a horrible game.
All right.
But I bet Mac Jones could hand it off better than Tannehill.
Who you got?
I
Carter?
got the Bills going 15-2 as well. They are so freaking loaded. I don't think I need to explain that one. Patriots 9-8. I
Yeah.
think they're never going to be bad.
They're always
They
a
still
little
have
bit
good
above
defense.
average.
I think Ramondre Stevenson's gonna have a really good year. I think Mac. I don't know how I feel. I feel like he could be a little better, but I don't think like much. And I got the Dolphins going 8-9.
Mm-hmm.
They just have too many weapons to be bad, and they have cool uniforms too. I just don't think Tua's that guy. They should have drafted Herbert. That's just sad. And I got the Jets
Yeah,
going
but-
5-12.
Hindsight's
At the
2020.
time, everyone thought Tua was better than Herbert.
Well, at the time,
Everyone thought Herbert was going to be a bust.
Yeah.
He showed the promise that he ended up going. Like we see what he is now, but he had a lot of games in colleges against the big teams where he just crapped.
Well,
the
you're
bed,
right.
and
He
he was
just
bad.
looked like a project. is what
He looked like one of those quarterbacks that put stats up, looked really good, but when he got in the league, he was going to fizzle out and not be good.
It's still true,
But with the coaching, all the coaching staff, they did something right with him. He turned out being great.
Herbert?
He had the physical.
Yeah,
intangibles.
he's like Josh. Yeah, he's like Josh Allen. He had the everything.
Him
But he's
and
more
Allen.
accurate.
Yeah.
We all know.
Coming right out.
We all,
Oh,
know,
yeah.
we all know the key to his success. It's Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, I
Key to
guess so.
everybody's success.
Just
All
went
right,
5-12,
so
baby.
I'm gonna try to speed through this real quick. As the AFC North, I got the Ravens at 12-5. I think they're gonna win it. I got the Bengals at 11-6. I think the Ravens are gonna end up beating them twice. Very close game coming back to last drive, and I think
See it.
Lamar's gonna
I
get
just
it
don't
done.
think so.
Then I got the Browns. This is my little kind of a sleeper. I got them at 10-7. I think Deshaun's gonna come back in that second half of the year and just
You don't think
go
he's
to
gonna be
work.
rusty?
No, I don't. I think when healthy, prime Deshaun Watson
Well, yeah, prime Deshaun.
is top 4.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
he's better than Herbert in this prime. That's
He
what
is.
I'm-
Yes.
Yeah.
He is. Yes.
I'd
no
put him
doubt.
As
top
of
2 or
right
3.
now.
Right, like like that 2019 year,
Mm-hmm.
he was
Yeah.
arguably 1 or 2. Like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
up
he
there.
was-
And then I got the Steelers at 9-8. I don't know. They're always just good because of Mike Tomlin.
That's how I feel.
And
I
their
have them at
defense is
5 and
good.
12, but I just
5 and
I
12.
just don't see them being that bad. You know, it was. But like I said,
I had this-
that whole division's good.
Yeah. I had the
Yeah.
Steelers at 5-12 also. I had the
5 and
Ravens
12?
at 14-3.
I don't think that's bad.
No, it's not. Their defense is elite.
They're usually a
It
really
always is.
They're usually a really good regular season team when Lamar is healthy,
Mhm.
and everybody was hurt last year. You can't
More hurt than
deny
the
that
Titans, for
fact.
sure.
Like, where they have like 6 ACL tears and
Yeah.
before
It
the
was
season.
bad.
Yeah,
2
a lot of
weeks,
injuries.
3
Yeah.
running backs.
Yeah, and then they lose Marlon Humphrey was right before the postseason. So
Hopefully,
that
J.K.
doesn't
Dobbins
matter.
is healthy this year.
I think the Browns
He
are going
looks
to go 10-7.
He looks good,
and
but I don't
tie.
think he'll be back for a few.
I think the
Yeah,
Browns.
I
Will,
heard something about that too.
I think the Browns will tie with the Bengals at 10-7.
Oof.
I think Deshaun I think they're gonna be just.
I just don't think they're going to be able to pull out the games while he's gone.
That's the thing. I think
Jacoby
they're gonna,
Brissett's that guy.
I think they're
think
gonna be
Jacoby- I
floating
think-
around. Was it 4-6? I think they're gonna end the season just.
They still got Miles
I think
Sanders.
they're
what
gonna
I'm
end at
thinking.
I think they're gonna end the season on like a 6-1 run. Or
So I think
something.
their
Yeah.
second. I think their secondary can hold them up. They have a very underrated secondary. It's very
My
Great
predictions here are
good.
completely
Denzel Ward is.
different.
They're very good.
I have the Bengals going 15-2.
Grant Open.
Huh?
That's just how it turned out. So
Blackby gonna love that one.
Uh-huh.
Man,
I don't know if they'll. I think me personally. I think it's more like a 13-4.
Yeah.
But
It's a little better.
I think that I do think they're going to win the division over the Ravens. I love Lamar. I think he's great. But I think the Bengals are better.
Man, I can't wait for Joe Mixon to like pull his abdomen and miss
Pull
half
his
the
abdomen
season.
or something. Yeah. But I have the Steelers at 5-12, and I have the Browns at 5-12.
Really?
I don't think Jacoby Brissett's going to get it done.
I think both their defenses are too good for them to be
And
that
pretty
bad.
much all of those wins are when Deshaun comes back.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
So you're saying they're gonna go like 0 whatever? 0
No, I think they're going to only win like 2 games while he's gone.
Kobe Brissett's
Yeah.
a
a tough
good
schedule.
backup.
Well, it's just like week 1 they play like
But good backups aren't good starting quarterbacks.
I know, but like I think he's like right there with like Daniel Jones and
What-
Gardner Minshew and guys like that
What's
who
his-
can
yeah.
win you
What-
a
the-
game every once in a while.
it's just like the
That is
20
true.
Once in a while isn't gonna cut it though.
It's
It
just
should
like
be
once,
they want to be.
once a month, that's 5 wins.
Once a month. That's funny.
math. That's 5 wins. But
Yeah, but then Deshaun comes back and he'll win all games in a
3,
month.
you know, yeah. Like, well, we'll see. I mean, like that. Like the Browns is one of those teams. Like when he was the starter for the Colts for the whole season when Luck retired, and they got 7 games out of 16. So we'll see.
It's not bad.
Who
No,
you got,
it's not.
Carter?
But we'll see.
And I think this Browns roster.
Okay.
We'll see.
I think this Browns roster is much better than that Colts roster.
Yes, by
Chubb,
far.
Nick
Yeah.
Chubb and Kareem Hunt are going to set him up and make him look like
Not by
a
much,
good
though.
quarterback.
Look like a Ryan Tannehill.
Not by much though. I don't think this year's Browns roster is like like just so much better than that roster. They had a very good defense. They
Yeah.
had Ty when he was still pretty good. Marlon Mack was a stud. They had a very
one
very
year.
good offensive line.
Yeah.
So
All right, Carter.
I got the Ravens going 13-4. I think Lamar's got an MVP year, and I think that Ravens defense, they were the most hurt team in the league last year.
Yeah.
That Ravens defense is very elite,
Wait.
and they just drafted Kyle Hamilton and what's his other name? I don't remember the guy
They have really good
forgot
safeties.
his name.
Kyle
Or
Hamilton
something.
and Chuck Clark and Tony Jefferson, like that's
They picked up Marcus Williams from the Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
Marcus
like-
Williams.
that is the best
they
safety
cut-
core in the league.
They cut Tony Jefferson.
they did.
Yeah.
And they also have
I didn't know that.
I guess I saw someone say the Ravens have the worst wide receiver core in the league.
Debatable.
Bateman could be that guy.
I think
I
Bateman's have a
think
good
Bateman's
year.
going to be really good, but on paper it's tough.
pretty bad.
It's tough.
Who's
But
gonna be
I
the
don't
second
think it
option?
matters. Devin Duvernay.
He's
Which
not
I think
bad.
he's underrated. I think he's pretty good.
But they already have Mark Andrews is an absolute stud. He makes some
Yeah.
insane catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Lamar needs is J.K. Dobbins and Mark Andrews. And he'll be
Bengals going
fine.
11-6.
Yep.
Is that the finish
Fair.
last year too?
No, 10-7. I think.
10-7. They're going to be good this year. I just don't know if they're going to be like much better though.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be about the same. And I got the Steelers going 9-8. That defense is too good for them to be bad. Mike Tomlin's one of the greatest coaches in the
There's
league.
gonna be a lot of 13 to 10 games.
I think
for the
Kenny
Steelers.
Pickett's
Yeah.
going to be at least like top 25,
He looked good.
top 20.
He looked good.
He's going to look fine. Other than that, I got the Browns going 7-10. Browns going 7-10. Denzel
Yeah.
Ward.
It's like a coin flip. I don't know. They could be
With
good.
the-
They
Their
could
defense
not
is
be.
very good though, and they also have Miles
Well,
Garrett.
that roster is very very good. It's just they play a lot of good teams. It's like, can they do it or
No
not?
Deshaun for 11 games.
I see the
No
Steelers.
Deshaun.
I see the Steelers like the Patriots. They can be anywhere in that.
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah,
So what they have 11 games. I think if they can win 5, they can pull it out and make the playoffs.
that'd be
If they can be like 5-6, 6-5 when Deshaun comes back. I think that's perfect scenario for Deshaun.
Yep.
So
Time for what everybody's been waiting for.
Yep.
AFC West.
Let's wrap it up with the AFC West. We'll do the quarterbacks next week.
Okay.
Okay, so number 1, best team in football, 13-4, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Not a bad take.
Got 'em, and I got Chiefs and the Raiders finishing with the same record. Well, obviously I have the Chargers winning the division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got the Chiefs and the Raiders both finishing 11-6, And I got Broncos country. Let's ride at 10-7.
Really?
Yep.
I think somebody in that division's got to be bad.
That's not put the
Okay,
Broncos as bad.
for me, hear me out. I have everybody at 11-6 or better. That
Yeah.
whole
Wow.
whole division is making the playoffs. I
That's
think I had
crazy.
every team splitting in the division. Everybody was 3-3 in the division for me. I had the Chiefs and the Raiders tie at 13-4.
That's crazy.
And I had the Chargers at 12-5. I think they lost a close match. I think it was in Lambeau or something like that.
Yeah.
So those games can always be tough. And then maybe I think it was in Baltimore. Going to Baltimore can be tough also.
Yeah,
Especially
it
when
really
it gets
is.
cold. Then the Broncos at 11-6. They can be the team that can fall out of there. Maybe for me, I think right now I have the Bengals outside the playoffs, so
That's crazy.
they could jump
It
up
could
into
happen, though.
that spot. Browns, even the Dolphins, anybody. But I really like. It's going to be a fun year to watch that
Yeah.
division.
What do you have the Raiders at?
13-4.
Really.
I think they're going to
Wow.
be very good. I think they're going to be really good.
Who you got to me?
I have the
You got
Chargers at
Cam.
14-3, winning the division.
Yep.
They're going to be good. Like on paper, they're very, very good.
Yep.
I could see them being 10-7. It happens. It
Yeah.
happens with good teams all the time.
There's no
but-
way they're going to be like bad. It's just not
Chiefs,
gonna
yeah, their receiving core is bad, but I don't think it's going to matter. I have them 13-4.
Kelsey can carry them.
I think
Yeah.
Kelsey will.
And Mahomes.
I think Juju is going to be a lot better than people think.
And Mahomes and Kelsey are carrying them to a winning record.
And
Yeah.
for the Raiders, 10-7, I think that's like a perfect record for them. It's kind of like idolizes what the Raiders are, like 11-6, 10-7.
Yeah.
And then like I've said before,
Give it
I
to
have the
them around
Broncos
the
at
wild
5-12. I don't think they're going to be that
Oof.
good.
Yep, I had them pretty similar.
Somebody in that division's got to be bad,
Yep.
and
He's not riding with Broncos country. That's for
That's
sure.
right.
Broncos country,
That's
not
right.
riding.
All right,
No.
Carter.
All right, I got the Chargers going 13-4. I think it's pretty obvious. They're going to win that
They're like a
division.
Bills, you know what I mean?
They're
gonna
just-
be
they're too
really
loaded
good.
to not be
Complete
good.
roster.
Nothing else I got to say. I think the Raiders are going 12-5. I think that offense is really good. They have the best wide receiver in football, top 5 tight end.
Yep.
Hunter Renfro is just
He's
Him.
a stud.
So good.
he's just short wide receiver.
Second coming of Cooper Cup.
Yep.
Hey,
Wes Welker.
he's not a
Wes
bad
Welker
take.
Senior.
I haven't.
Wes Welker Senior, yeah.
I don't think their secondary is the only iffy thing. They're not.
Yeah, they just traded Mullen.
But I think Max Crosby's gonna have like a defensive player of the year type year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
he's a dark horse defensive player of the year.
He's very good.
because he led the league in pressures last year.
Yeah.
So he could turn that into sacks and be up there real quick.
Nate
So
Hobbs holding it down on the back end.
They must feel good about their corners. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
I got the Chiefs going 10-7,
That's not bad.
And I
No,
think
because
I-
they could struggle.
and I had the Packers going 10-7 too. And that's
Packers?
crazy. I
You
had
mean the
them.
Broncos.
No, like I'm saying, like I'm about to say something. Let's
Oh,
just say-
okay.
Well,
No, I thought you
no,
said-
no. I have Mahomes and Rodgers as my 1 and 2 on quarterback list.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that's really crazy to think that they're only 10-7. But I just don't think.
Football's a team sport, man.
I don't
it
think.
really
I
is.
think Mahomes, he's that guy. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs won like 13 games, but I don't think it's their year.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say. Broncos, I think going to 6-11. I don't think they're that good. I think Javonte Williams is gonna have a breakout year, but I don't think Russell Wilson's that great anymore.
Yeah,
And
on the decline.
I think
We'll
the
see.
Broncos defense is a little overrated. So that's all I gotta
I
say
do
about
too.
that.
Bradley Chubb, he's a great prospect. He's a great player,
Bradley
but
Chubb.
at the end of the day, outside of him, they do have great corners. But I think Pat
Yeah.
Surtain is very good.
He's
The linebackers are kind of iffy.
Who is even the
Justin
best linebacker?
Simmons,
Kareem Jackson,
I don't know.
two of the best safeties in the league.
Yeah.
Kareem
together.
Jackson's kind of fell off, and Justin Simmons hasn't been the same in a few years. I still think he's very
His
good.
best year was last year, wasn't it?
No, he had a 5-pick season about 3 seasons ago, and when he was all pro.
6 seasons to go.
Still
Yeah,
good,
and he's
but-
still
He's
very,
still
very
really
good.
good.
But I we'll see. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't think they're going to be that good. I don't like you said. I think Russell Wilson's kind of fallen down. So, but that's kind of how it goes.
What do you want to
So,
do? Do you want to do something?
So let's.
we'll see. I mean, but I could see the Raiders being bad too, and then the
They could be.
Broncos taking over at third, or even maybe the Chiefs being bad.
Yeah, you don't know. It's a weird division.
We'll see.
in a way.
Like it's kind of how the NFC West. Like obviously the Cardinals, Seahawks aren't going to be good, but I could see any of those 3 teams in the NFC West winning that division.
Yep. It could
So,
happen.
yeah.
Except the Cardinals.
It's a
Probably.
Cardinals could do
it's a
it.
toss up.
If Kyler doesn't get addicted to Call of Duty again, I think we'll be
It's
okay.
a toss up in the AFC West.
All right.
But that's going to finish it for this week. Thank all you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next time.